Here are your top stories for the week. Let's go. Sean Strickland went full MMA influencer slayer this week, teeing off on YouTuber Sneako in a sparring session that had everyone up in arms. To be fair, Sneako invited Sean for the session, and if you know Sean, it was always going to be more than a light spar. What started as a light session turned into a lesson that Sneako will never forget.
Jesus. You still good. That's nice.
Jones was in Australia this week tackling rugby players, with no sign of any injury. As like anything involving John Jones, you never know what the truth is. So the MMA community did what they are good at: get on social media and give their expert opinion on his injury, with majority agreeing there was never an injury. Jones also came out saying he was offered the main event fight at UFC 300, but declined, saying, "I just don't think I'll be ready." Given his age, Jones said he doesn't just want to jump into any fight unless he is 100% ready and committed. John Jones drunk. A video of Drunk Jones is doing the rounds from a stand-up comedy show. Jones can be heard heckling the comedian and sounding really drunk. Knowing John Jones there could have been a mix of other things.
Just blackout drunk?
Well, my kitty over here was just the resource of everything. That is awesome.
Are you sure this is alcohol, or is it?
Kevin Lee has had a change of heart and is coming out of retirement. Lee is getting back into the octagon after having a chat with his mom, who convinced him to unretire because that's what put a smile on his face. Lee hopes to make a return to the octagon in 2024, but has to wait due to a torn ACL in his knee.
Yeah, this is going to be a slow thing, right? I made the announcement early because I feel like I got to hold myself accountable to say that
it's out there in public.
Back.
Yeah, so it kind of puts the pressure on a bit, which is good, right?
Yeah. But at the same time, it's going to be a process, right?
Lee plans to return at 155 pounds, where he spent majority of his fighting career. Let's hope all goes well, and we see the Motown phenom back in the octagon and getting some wins. Henry Cejudo trolled everyone this week by firing his coach on UFC Countdown.
But as of right now, I just want to let you know, man, that for this camp, dude, I'm getting rid of specific coaches, man. Much you included, dude. Sometimes you're too close to somebody, and people just get too comfortable.
2 days later, he came out and said it was all a joke and Eric is the best coach in the world. Let us know what you think in the comments.
Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, Phil Jackson, Michael Jordan. Come on, you think that they would ever break up? Come on, man.
Just so you guys know, this is the greatest combat coach of all time. This is an unbreakable bond.
Let's go. UFC 298, we're taking over. I'm gonna be sitting, drinking Team Secret Juice front row, watching Cejudo take out Merab Dvalishvili and stamp another title shot, become C4.
There you go. Got him.
Jorge Masvidal was roasted on social media this week for his weight gain. Jorge retired from MMA in 2023 after consecutive losses and seems like he traded in the octagon for buffets. Alexander Volkanovski has had a few things to say about Ilia Topuria this week ahead of their fight on Saturday.
It's about someone like that. So, I'm always trying to find a number one guy, a clear contender for me to face in this featherweight division. And Ilia is it, right? He was the next. It's a clear. They signed the date. I actually wanted to run after the year. I told him to come jump the fence to get a face-off because he was undefeated. I didn't want anyone else fighting him because I wanted to make sure I got a young, hungry, undefeated guy that's got hyper at him. And yeah, he loves to talk. So it's easy to get motivated for this. I don't need to do nothing to hype up this fight. Let him do the talking, and I'll do the walking February 17th, 18th here in Australia. So I'm going to go do work humbly and show the world again, remind them, and let him know that he's still got a ways to go till he's up the top. And my section is I teach him a good lesson. He's going to be embarrassed. He's going to eat some of his words. And it's going to be maybe the start of his June. I'm saying that he's going to be an easy fight, but I think just how confident he is, he hasn't been able to prove that. I prove that everything. And I think I climb him inside the walls and I get the finish soon after that.
Get a good spanking, that's what's going to happen. Hey, shut the fuck up, you two, okay?
He said he's gonna humble me. Stand up and do something. Humble me. I'm here, right in front of you. Do some shit. Do something. The good thing, it's
You're getting ripped up,
very
mate.
educated person. I don't wanna slap.
You see me in an
all-
old man outfit, now he wants to be a hard fella. Hey,
Yair Rodriguez wants to fuck up Ilia Topuria. Yair was on the MMA Hour this week, and he had plenty to say about Ilia Topuria. Yair was fired up and thinks Ilia is delusional, and the only way he can beat Volk on the weekend is if Volkanovski is not 100% physically recovered after the knockout. Yair also added, "I just faking like the guy," Rodriguez said. "He talks so much shit. I never gave a fuck about the guy until he started faking talking shit about me." Rodriguez is currently scheduled to face Brian Ortega in a 5-round rematch in the co-main event of UFC Mexico later this month. UFC middleweight Cedriquez Dumas was arrested early Tuesday morning in Florida. Dumas was booked on felony battery charges and is currently being held without bond. Members of the sheriff's office received a call that Dumas was causing a disturbance. However, the pro fighter claims he was just walking down the street to blow off some steam. Dumas denied the claims and currently remains in jail, and he is scheduled to appear in court on March 5th. The UFC is set to introduce a new way to gauge the atmosphere of live events. The promotion announced for the first time in UFC history, UFC and BRCC will co-produce a live crowd volume meter to elevate the fan experience. The Black Rifle Coffee Crowd Meter will be implemented at every UFC arena show in the US and will measure in decibels the volume of the crowd. The highest volume at each event will be recorded and posted on UFC social media platforms. Dana White wasn't in a mood to talk. Dana White's abrupt exit from Howie Mandel's podcast this week raised eyebrows.
Ginger seem to be getting along. You are not only an amazing businessman, you are an inspiration, you are a philosopher. The way you do business, the way you conduct your business and your friendships and media is, I'm jealous. But Dana, I can't thank you enough for being here.
Thank you for all the kind words. I appreciate it. I am so fucking tired of doing podcasts. I'm literally done with them. I'm not doing any more podcasts.
Some argue that Mandel's introduction was condescending and impersonal, which might have triggered White's exit. Others believe it's all a publicity stunt. Was Mandel genuinely praising White, or was there sarcasm lurking? The jury's out. Sneako versus Nate Diaz. Sneako didn't learn much from his beating by Sean Strickland. He was at it again, this time taking on Nate Diaz. Nate didn't allow the sparring session to be recorded, but snippets of their session was released, showing Sneako trapped in an armbar. Ian Machado Gary has decided to switch off comments on his social media, similar to how the singer handles online abuse and negativity. Defending his wife, Ian vowed to thump the mouth off Sean Strickland after Strickland falsely called his wife Layla a pedophile and subjected their family to abuse.
The way she talked, I knew it. Now I'm finding out you're 26, she's 40, the ex-husband lives with you, you took the last name, wrote a book on how to be a wag. I didn't know what a wag was until now, dude. This ain't right, dude. She's a succubus. You gotta run away, bro. Hot girls are a dime a dozen. We'll get you one, we'll get you ring girls, we'll get you two at the same time, bro. You gotta pull the ripcord, man. It ain't fucking right, my friend. You gotta pull that fucking ripcord. I'm here for you, the Making News here for you. Do the right things, Ian Gary, and pull that fucking ripcord.
Gary also stirred controversy by creating a t-shirt featuring Jeff Neal's mugshot. Despite criticism, he said he stands by his actions, considering them within the bounds of normal trash talk.